Hey guys, what's up, it's iFlynn here, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to get the Equinox Warframe in Warframe. Alright guys, so you want to get Equinox. Equinox is a pretty sophisticated, I said that wrong, sophisticated frame in Warframe, because she has two forms and she's got a lot of parts. So a lot of you guys might be like, well Flynn, how do I get this frame? And that's what you clicked in this video for. So we're going to get her in today's video. So first off, what you want to do, go to the market, type in Equinox, press on the frame itself, press the blueprint button down here, or you can press it up here. Go ahead, press it. Now you want to purchase the blueprint, and the blueprint costs 25,000 credits. Now I'm not actually going to be building Equinox because I already own her, so I'm not going to bother buying this. But this is what you got to do to put all the parts together, and then, you know, have your frame after a period of 3 days, you know. So once you do that, that's pretty awesome. And as you guys can see, she actually has two forms. So yeah, she's pretty cool. She's like a duality frame, like day and night, yin and yang, that type of stuff. So what we're going to be doing is bringing the Frost Warframe. I'm going to bring Frost Prime. Frost Prime is pretty cool Warframe, and we're going to be bringing a shotgun like the Sancti Tigris or the Tigris Prime. Just choose whatever. I actually haven't got my Tigris leveled up, so I'm not going to be bringing that. And then, you know, just bring out a normal loadout, whatever. I like bringing my shotguns because shotguns. Actually, no, I decided against bringing the Tigris. I want to bring the Vacor Heck. I like the Vacor Heck just a little more, and we're going to be running a corrosive build on the Vacor Heck. So this is going to go here, that's going to go there, and I think I could throw on another mod. I don't know where I'm going to put it on. I don't really need one right now, but you know, it's nice to just throw another mod on somewhere. Could throw on another element or something. So let's just go ahead and throw on like where's it at? There it is. Toxic Barrage. Put up our status chance just a little bit, nothing too insane, and then just run basic secondary melee. Shut up, Bortus, nobody likes you. Okay, so you'll notice whenever you go ahead and you click on your Warframes and we head down to Equinox, where's Equinox at? If we can, oh alright, I didn't buy her blueprint, but basically she needs like all these different aspects. So if we go ahead and bring up the blueprint again, I forgot I didn't actually buy the blueprint, silly me, 1 dirt per video. Lotus is talking now. That's great. They always do this whenever I start to record a video. Never whenever I'm not recording, but whenever I start talking and recording a video, that's when they start to talk. So, Equinox night aspect and Equinox day aspect. We've got to get those to basically build our frame. So it's basically going to be like you're building two separate warframes, if you get what I'm saying. So you're going to get a blueprint for the night aspect, and you're going to get a blueprint for the day aspect, and then you're also going to get like, you know, a night aspect neuroptics, a night aspect chassis, and a night aspect systems. Same with the day aspect, day aspect helmet or neuroptics, day aspect systems, day aspect chassis, and all that good stuff. So essentially you're going to be farming for two different warframes and then combining them with the blueprint. So you're going to want to build the Equinox day aspect and the Equinox night aspect. And how you get the blueprint for each of those is simply just by killing the boss known as Talregor on Titania Uranus. Funny meme, I said Enos in the Uranus. You get me? So what I'm going to show you in today's video is how to kill Talregor pretty quickly with the loadout that I just equipped. So it's a basic snow globe build on your frost, you know, or a avalanche build, whatever the case might be. As long as you can cast snow globe, you should be good to go. So we're just going to be running through this mission, going ahead, finding Talregor. You don't even have to kill any of the enemies, but, you know, you can if you want. You can one-hit them with your overpowered Orphos Prime if you're as pro as me, just kind of, you know, go through them, even though I didn't hit that guy and I fell off the map right there. You know, that's what I get for calling myself pro. I should just be quiet sometimes and not call myself pro, but whatever. I'm just going to keep doing it and keep on messing myself up whenever it comes to making videos and all that good stuff, because that's just what happens when I make videos. So now that they all know where I am, I'm not going to one-hit them anymore because I don't have the unaware or the like not detecting multiplier, that thing. So this is basically it outside Talregor's house or cave, whatever. Big statue, stand up here, lights come on, spooky. Lotus is still talking. We're going to wait for the animation to play, or the cutscene. There he is. Go ahead and skip that for maximum farming efficiency. Cast your snow globe. And then he's going to stay inside it. Well, in theory, he would stay inside it if I was fast enough. But he comes inside it. He's super slow. Blast him in the face with your corrosive heat shotgun. Sanctity Tigris, Vacor, Heck, Tigris Prime, whatever. Once you do that there about 3 times, it's going to go into this animation where he breaks the glass. And then 2 Maddox are going to spawn in. And then because you're standing in the snow globe, they're going to be slow AF, boy. Like the Keemstar meme, except in reverse. And they're not fast AF, but they're slow AF. So there they are. Just one-shot them as they appear. There he is. Go ahead, kill him. Now this one's going to come here. He's going to hit you. Hit him again. Reload your Vecor Heck. Shoot again. He's dead. Shoot again. Okay, he didn't die. That's pretty bad. Is he dead now? He's still not dead. Get back here, please. You're ruining my video. Come back. Please, for me? Hello. Thank you. Oh my god, just die already. Video is basically ruined at this point. Okay, so he's going to jump down again in your snow globe. Just want to blast him again. And he's going to spawn right up here. And he's going to do the exact same thing that he did like a few minutes ago where he broke glass. Except he's going to do it to this glass. This is going to be flooded now. So if you jump in this, you're going to be electrocuted, and you're also going to be in Arcwing. And no one likes Arcwing, so yeah, that's just 2 negative things. You don't want to be in those. So now more Maddox are going to spawn in. You just want to go ahead and kill them like you did. You can just stand over here, place a snow globe, gets frozen, bro. Easy peasy. Let it go. There's another Maddox. That's a Bombard. He's scary. I also didn't get his mod. His mod's down there. Don't know what it is. Probably not worth my time though. So we have to kill the other Manic. There he is. He's dead. And now what you want to do is just jump over here. Place another snow globe. Like so. There he is. And he's dead. Easy peasy. Easiest boss in the game. Just in my opinion. Well, there was bosses which you can like run in, radio blind, and then do a finisher on, but you know, pretty easy. So the reason that boss is so easy is because you have to do it a lot of times. Keep in mind, you're not guaranteed any particular part whenever you complete this mission, but you have to do it, like, if you had a perfect run, you'd have to do this, like, what, 8 times to get all the parts? So, like, it's pretty crazy if you have perfect runs, meaning you got every single part that you needed every single run, you know? But that's not going to happen to you unless you're the luckiest person in the world. Didn't even happen to me, and I'm pretty lucky. We have this thing in my clan called #FlynnLuck for a reason. And, yeah. So, for those of you wondering what Equinox looks like whenever you get her, I'm just going to go ahead and show you. Because Equinox is a pretty cool frame, and why you would even bother picking up Equinox is because Equinox is pretty overpowered. She's a crowd control frame, she's a damage dealing frame, she's a healing frame. She has basically everything that, you know, frames like Oberon, frames like Nezha try to go for, except she does it right, in the sense that she, you know, does everything to a pretty decent extent, to the point where she's pretty usable in endgame content. I'm not saying Oberon or Nezha isn't usable in endgame content, I'm saying in comparison to other frames, there are better choices. Now, a lot of people, for some reason, seem to get me, like, attack me saying, Flynn, why do you hate X-Frame? X-Frame is so good in endgame content. Holy shit, oh my god, you're the worst YouTuber ever, unsubscribed. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying there's better options out there, and I choose the better option most of the time. If you want to derp and meme about, fine by me, sure. But Equinox pretty good frame in the sense that she can pretty much do everything because she has a lot of stuff around her which allows her to do so. So you have 2 forms, and each form has a different set of abilities. So Metamorphosis is her first ability. This basically just allows you to change between forms, and you get like particular buffs depending on the form that you're changing into, right? So you might get extra shield capacity, extra, you know, speed increase, damage multiplier, all that good stuff, as you can see there on the ability screen basically. Next up we have Rest and Range. In night form, targets are put to sleep, which is a form of crowd control. Very small area, basically single target, well, not single target, but where you're aiming, you basically sprinkle like fairy dust and they fall asleep, right? In day form, targets become more vulnerable to damage. Pretty decent if you're a low level player. So yeah, pretty good. So obviously Rest, the one in night form, is the one that I like using because I like crowd control, and you can see the stats here over on the right. Pacify and Provoke in night form reduce damage inflicted by nearby enemies. Pretty good, you know. You're basically turning all your teams into sort of tanks, you know. In day form, it increased power strength with nearby abilities. A buff, you know, you're buffing your teammates, making it so that the Rhino is buffing you with more damage with his roar. The energy vampire trinity is giving you all more energy, things like that. That's what power strength affects. So that's what you're basically doing when you're running Pacify and Provoke in the day form. You know, pretty good. Now, the ultimates is where things get super interesting, because this is where your heal comes in, and this is where your large damage sort of ability comes in, and our augments make it even better. So in night form, allies are healed with each nearby enemy killed. Pretty good. So every time an enemy around you dies, you're going to heal your teammates for a certain amount. Awesome. And in day form, nearby enemies are bled and then subjected to a wave of slashing force. Basically what this means is it's going to deal a slash proc to every enemy that walks into the radius around you, and then it's going to store all this damage up, so then whenever you press the ultimate ability again, it's going to let out all of this damage that you stored up from the blast proc, from the bleed proc, and the damage that you've dealt to surrounding enemies in a massive, just sort of wide area damage. So let's say you store 60,000 damage. Whenever you press 4 again, any enemy in the radius around you is basically going to have 60,000 damage dealt to them. Pretty insane. Same with the healing. More enemies die around you, the more healing you have stored up, and then that healing is then converted into healing for your teammates whenever you press 4 again, after you've had this ability activated for a certain period of time. Again, pretty awesome. And our augments make her even better. You can basically turn Equinox into a Nova with the use of a augment known as Pacify and Provoke. Each forms have different effects to them. So let's say we go to Pacify or Peaceful Provocation, sorry, it's Pacify and Provoke augment. Messed it up, 2 derps per video. Pacify converts damage done to allies into an aura that slows enemies by 40%. Provoke converts damage done to enemies into 15% extra power strength. So, the day form 1 Provoke, not really too interested in it because it basically already does that. This is just kind of extending that effect. But, the Pacify converts damage done to allies into an aura that slows enemies by 40%. Basically what you do is you bring out your Haiku, you put on concealed explosives, you shoot it to ground, you store all of that damage up, and you have a pretty decent slow. And you can increase the amount that this slows by with power strength mods. That's why I'm running the power strength build. Then we have all these different mods such as Calm and Frenzy, Rest and Rage augment, killing an infected enemy or affected enemy cause the effect to spread to enemies within 2 meters for 40% of the remaining duration. Pretty good. Wide area CC if you want to go ahead and run that. And then we have Duality. Metamorphosis augment, Equinox's other half breaks free for 4 seconds, dealing 100% damage. So you basically let out a decoy. This one isn't too great, but it's still there. So, that's Equinox. Equinox is pretty awesome frame. I definitely like Equinox. Not a lot of people do like Equinox, but she's pretty good. I'm just gonna go ahead and take the sit off her neck, and yeah, that'll be the end of the video. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, hit that like button below, and you want to see more Warframe content from me, hit subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video. Shut up, Mortis.